Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Albany Alpha in Grand Theft Auto Online. This is a removed vehicle and it has been added back this week when this video comes out. So as long as you are seeing this video before Thursday, you can actually buy this car. And it's actually a pretty cool vehicle with some really underrated performance and some pretty underrated customization as well. So anyways, let's go ahead and start upgrading the Albany Alpha. We're going to start off with the armor. We're going to go all the way up on that. The brakes as well, we're going to go all the way up on those. For the bumpers, we do have a custom front splitter that we can add onto this car. In fact, today I think we are actually going to put this option on. For the engine, we can also upgrade this all the way up, which of course we will. For the exhaust, we have the dual shotgun exhaust or the dual Eclipse exhaust. Honestly, I kind of like the stock exhaust the best. I feel like it fits the most. But the twin Eclipse exhaust is not too bad either, so maybe we will actually upgrade to that option. For the hood, we have the twin stripe hood or the triple vented hood as well. Kind of interesting options, not either are super great looking. I'm not sure if I want to go for the triple vented hood or not. I feel like it looks better without it, so I think we're going to avoid it for right now. For the headlights, we are going to go xenon, and we are actually going to put a neon kit on this thing to lower the center of gravity to make the handling just a little tiny bit better. For the plate, we're going to go blue on white 3. For the respray of this car, what color do we want to do it in? Definitely not that color. Not my crew color, no way. It does look pretty good in that garnet red. I think that we should probably put it in a bit of a darker color though, like a galaxy blue maybe, or a dark blue. I feel like it looks really good in either of those colors. Let's actually just throw that on quickly. And then for the secondary color, what if we went for, I'm thinking like some sort of a silver or something like that. I feel like a silver secondary would actually look mean on this. I think it does actually. Let's maybe consider that. Or we could of course back it up and we could go for double dark blue. I mean, that's not a bad option either. Maybe we should just do that. Let's actually just do double dark blue. What about the pearlescent though? Because the pearlescent could be kind of interesting. What if we put a diamond blue pearl on this? That kind of looks crazy. I don't mind that. Let's keep that for sure. We can also add some custom side skirts onto this vehicle, which we will do. Let's go ahead and throw those on. A spoiler option as well. I did forget that this thing had a spoiler option. It's actually got quite a few good looking ones. I think that the best looking spoiler on this car is either the low level or the mid level. I think we're going to go for the mid level spoiler today. I think that looks pretty good. For the suspension, we're going to lower this thing down all the way. For the transmission, we're going to upgrade it all the way up. The turbo, let's go ahead and throw one on. For the wheels, actually the wheels on this car are pretty unique. I don't think there's many cars in the game that actually share these wheels. So that is kind of a cool feature about this car. I don't know what I want to do for the wheels though. Maybe we should do something in the sport category. The Mercies look pretty good. The synthetic Z also look kind of nice. I feel like this car needs more like a rim, you know, it needs more spokes or something like that, because I feel like it is a relatively bulky looking car. So I feel like the wheels need to match up nicely, and I don't think anything in the sport category really does. So maybe let's avoid the sport category. Let's go into the track category. I want to see if there's anything in here that's going to work for us. We do have the Superlux, we do have the Pure Business, the High Fives as well. Not a super big fan of any of those. Let's go into the street category. What about the Concave Mega Mesh? No, they're not looking too good either. Deep Flake Reverse. What about, oh, I was going to say the True Fade Concaves could potentially be pretty awesome. Let's maybe throw the True Fade Concaves on. I don't use these wheels very often, so I think that could be kind of nice. And then maybe we should do something with the wheel color. Could we do some sort of a blue to match up? No, not really. There's not really a blue that matches up very nicely. So I guess we'll avoid that. Maybe we'll just go for a black. I think we might as well. Let's do that. Bulletproof the tires. Let's throw that on. We're going to tint the windows out, I think, all the way, because I think this car needs that. So let's go ahead and throw that on. That is everything that we can do to the Albany Alpha. Let's take it outside, and of course we're going to do a sound test and a full review on the car. Alright, so here we are outside. Let's take a listen to the Albany Alpha. So it doesn't sound like that phenomenal, but it also doesn't sound like horrid, I would say. It's definitely a bit of a unique sound, I would say, but it's also quite a generic one at the same time, sort of in its own way. The car itself, though, is very unique. It is the Albany Alpha. Not many players probably even know what this car is. I cannot believe what just happened. Oh my god. I'm gonna go repair the car. I can't drive it like this. Not in this condition. There's no way. Okay, so I think we're back close to where we crashed about, and as I was saying, most players I don't think actually know anything about the Albany Alpha. Probably most of you guys didn't even know that this car existed in the first place, and it is kind of a shame because the Alpha was one of the first cars that was added into Grand Theft Auto Online. I believe it was added in with the High Life update, if I'm not mistaken, alongside the Jester and the Zentorno, if I am not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that is true. And the Alpha has always been a very underappreciated and undervalued car, I feel like. It was always pretty cheap. I believe that it went for $155,000 when it was not discounted back in the day, which is honestly a very fair amount of money considering just how good this car is. It actually has very good performance in like every single metric. It has good acceleration, it's got a good launch, it has a pretty decent top speed, and the handling is actually pretty phenomenal as well. It is a bit of a boat. It is a very large car, but you would never really know that just by driving it. Like if you were blindfolded and driving the car and could somehow still tell how it was handling, you would never guess that it was an Albany Alpha, because this thing, it doesn't look very athletic, if that makes sense. It kind of looks like a Bentley Continental, like a big heavy thing, you know, not that those are awful or anything, but it just doesn't seem like a car that should have the performance that it does, but it still has it somehow. So it's a pretty awesome car actually, and it is available in online this week. So if you guys haven't got one ever before, I would advise you to go to the LS car meet and pick one of these things up, because it is just a cool car to have, and now that it's removed from the game, it adds sort of an extra little novelty to it as well. You know, most players probably didn't even know this thing existed. Most players never bought it back in the day, but now that it's a rare car, I think it will actually get some people to purchase the Albany Alpha and try it out for the first time ever. And I think a lot of you guys, if you do end up purchasing it, are going to be very happy that you did, because the Alpha's an underrated car, man. This thing's actually so sick. So I really hope that some of you guys do end up actually purchasing an Alpha and driving it around. It's a really nice car. The customization isn't like terrible considering this car is from like 2014, 2015 sort of thing. It's a very, very old car. So make sure you guys look into getting an Albany Alpha this week at the very least. Go to the LS car meet, see what's up with it, see if you want to buy it. Test it on the test track there as well. You might as well do that because, well, that's what it's there for. So test it out, and then if you guys are interested, purchase it. It is a relatively cheap vehicle, so at the end of the day, you're not going to be losing very much money if you buy it and you don't like it. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about the Albany Alpha. Please pick one of these things up this week if you have the opportunity to do so. If you guys enjoyed the video, a like is of course appreciated, if not dislike. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of my build today. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.